I definitely would have loved to do more BB number ones and Hera Pheri,
Right.
and things like that, because it's nice to also hear people saying that, oh, we enjoyed that film and we laughed so much and it was so much fun and all that. Like my mom told me once, stop making people cry, already, like, make them laugh for a change. So I think it's nice also to make people laugh. Gulzar Saab is searching for him. He wants to cast you in a film. My phone dropped. Like, Gulzar Saab wants to cast me? Like, how? What did he see? And that time only Ruk promos were on TV and Pehla Pehla Pyar, and I was like, but I was not asking any questions. I went, I met him. He told me something which I think I couldn't even absorb what he was saying. Not difficult, I'm saying, but it was fun more than being difficult.
Right.
I did not need to understand her. I did not feel the need to, wrap myself around her to understand and all that, because she was real. And Sri Ram's cinema, like I've said, it's not made to manufacture a reaction or a response, So that's why I think it is real, because he deals with his characters and his stories like that. And it's very believable in that world.
Heather is, of course, an adaptation of Hamlet. The character you play is based on Gertrude. She's not an easily likable person. Okay. There's also these Oedipal undertones between her and Hamlet. Were these things challenging, or was this what excited you about doing the film?
Yeah, it was exciting. Challenging to nahi. But see, I don't know Shakespeare and I have not read these things, so I wanted to, stick with what Vishal was thinking and the story according to him and the way he was conveying it to me. So yeah, it was a very unconventional mother-son relationship.
Right.
So Vishal, I think, is his area is unconventional relationships, and it's always more exciting and interesting to play these things. So yeah, I don't know if she's likable or not. There's still a question about her loyalty and her motives and all, and I really didn't want to get into all that.
Okay.
And I wanted to go with the fact that it's such a different relationship for a mother and son, especially in Indian cinema and on Indian screen. I don't think it's ever been attempted. So it was a nice a good enough reason for me to attempt this and see how it really turns out and how I fit into it. I didn't even know what I was going to do with him. I just knew that I had a dream to work with Gulzar Saab because the kind of films, films like Mausam and Andhi, which I watched much later. Those are not the films that you would have understood when they came out when you were much younger.
Right.
So I saw it much later, and I always thought that it'll be so nice to work in a film like this with a director who allows actors to be real, be natural, and the films have like such a natural and real rhythm to it. And then one day I was shooting for a Tamil film in Chennai, and Shaban Aunty called up and said, Gulzar Saab is searching for him. He wants to cast you in a film. And my phone dropped. Like, Gulzar Saab wants to cast me? Like, how? What did he see? And that time only Ruk promos were on TV and Pehla Pehla Pyar, and I was like, but I was not asking any questions. I went, I met him. He told me something which I think I couldn't even absorb what he was saying.
This is the plot. He was telling you the story?
Yeah. And then he gave us all the script. Rocky was also there, Chatrachur. And it was just a beautiful beginning to my own understanding and my own comfort with acting. Because that's when you started understanding to apply yourself.
When we talk about your films, we invariably remember Machis and Astitva and Maqbool and Chandni Bar. We tend not to remember the BV number ones and the Sajan Chale Sasurals, which you did just as well. Do you feel somewhere that this tag or this mantle of serious actress didn't allow you to have as much fun as you'd have liked to have?
Yeah. Now looking back, I feel I would have spent more time having fun and laughing on sets. I didn't think then, but I think, yeah. I mean, I did, yeah. I think I would have enjoyed myself a lot because I don't know, depends. Actually, it would have depends on the person who would be making it.
Right.
Like, see, Jai Ho was such like a serious, and all my scenes were so serious and all that. But the atmosphere was like, I can't tell you, it was like fun and hilarious and laughing and cracking jokes and all of that.
Okay.
So I think the thing is to have a great time.
Right.
But I had a great time doing, Maqbool or Hututu and all that. And
Right.
that was probably the need for me at that time.
Sure.
And that was something that I wanted to, and I needed to express myself in that way. But I definitely would have loved to do more BV number ones and Hera Pheri,
Right.
and
Okay.
things like that, because it's nice to also hear people saying that, oh, we enjoyed that film and we laughed so much and it was so much fun and all that. Like my mom told me once, stop making people cry, already, like, make them laugh for a change. So I think it's nice also to make people laugh. I think it came at a point where I really wanted to do a good role, I mean, I was not waiting because I was doing a lot of other stuff, but it came and it just opened me up to this possibility, and I was like, wow, this character I want to play. Because we've not seen a woman like this not in many films. Of course, we have seen characters like this who have had extramarital affairs. Even before Astitva, we've had actresses do that.
Correct.
It was not something that was happening for the first time. But for me, it was going to be new. And for me, it was a huge platform to express and to perform and to practice and experience my own art or job, and again, how many people get those chances, and that early in life.
Right.
And but of course, I'm happy that it worked. It
Yeah.
could have also gone terribly wrong. It could have been hugely personal for me, because it was finally about women, sexuality, loyalty,
Right.
marriage and all that. I mean, not that I knew anything about marriages, but I knew.
Yeah.
I was having my own experiences in my own life. So I think it was also a journey that, I took through the character. There have been roles that have utilized me more than the other, or maybe they needed to utilize me more. Not that the others did not. In their own way, every role or every character made me experience myself in a different way.
Right.
But then Hututu was really like, such a, again, wide range.
Yeah.
And that time, because you're much younger, you're just, going through that whole thing really, really intensely.
Right.
And Maqbool was
Incredible, yeah.
like that. Vishal has been completely so democratic with me. In fact, he leaves a lot to me. And I think he's imagined me in ways that
True.
not a lot of people have. His understanding of sexuality is very unique.
True.
And it was really nice to get to do that during Maqbool.
Yeah.
And when Maqbool happened, you know, a sexuality that is not the conventional way
Correct.
of portraying sex and woman and romance and all that.
Right.
But still there is so much that you feel completely, you know, consumed
True.
doing that.
True.
And you feel that you have exposed, you know, parts of yourself.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So that is very unique about his way of making movies. And yeah, everyone has their own interesting ways. Like, and I think for me personally, with every film, I'm looking at what the experience is going to be, you know, rather than what am I going to achieve after doing the film.
Right.
Of course, you know, I mean, you're handling a career.
Correct.
You know, I mean, why you're doing certain stuff
Sure.
and all that. But at a personal level, I think I'm looking for experience. So R. Mohan called me one day as a producer of the film. Again, I knew him because of Priyan. Priyan had directed a film called Kabhi Na Kabhi
Right. Kabhi na kabhi.
for R. Mohan. So he called and said that there's a script and it's a new director. Ek bar sun lo aap, then you decide what you want to do. So Madhur came. He narrated the first half to me, and it was so dark and so gritty that I said, stop now. Give me the script, I'll read it. And he had stuck my picture on the script and all of that. Yeah, I took a while to read the second half. Also because I had no clue about this whole culture of bars, this underbelly of the city. I had no idea. And it was very disturbing, but I knew that I had to do this film, and I knew that I had to play this character. Also, because in cinema, I don't think till Chandni Bar, because in Chandni Bar you were seeing the beer bar dancer as a protagonist.
Right.
She's a protagonist.
Right.
She's not just the villain's mall.
Correct.
You know, that was the most powerful thing about Madhur writing this role.
In Drishyam. Now, anyone who's seen the original Malayalam film knows that it's a very important character.
Yeah.
She's an IG of police. She's an inspector general. She's a powerful policewoman. She's also a ruthless woman. But I don't want to give away too much. There are more shades to that character.
Right.
Tabu, what was it about this character, or what was it that appealed to you when they came to you with this role?
When I'd seen the original, this character really struck me in the way that this was such a powerful character written for a woman. You know, somebody who wields so much power in the story and as a character and in her life. She's an IG, and I really and that's the time I told them, I said, if it's ever made in Hindi, I'd love to do this role.
Right.
You know, because I hadn't done this sort of a character in a long time. She's not vulnerable. She's the one who's calling the shots, really. And it was too exciting for me to get to do this role and to wear the police uniform. You know, it was like I was really kicked about it.
Tabu, in Andhadhun, the character you played, Simi, she's just deliciously amoral. She's this. What's interesting is that she has no conscience.
That's so awesome.
So much.
I want to play a sociopath.
You've played characters who've made bad choices and who've made bad decisions. Nimmi in Maqbool, Ghazala and Haider. But unlike Simi is unlike them because she actually she's actually just a cold hard user, isn't she? She's not driven by love. I mean, anyone who hasn't seen the film, I'm spoiling it for you, but there is that scene where you toss that old lady out of the.
I laughed. I was falling off my chair laughing.
Right.
It's so
Was that
exciting
a
to play
hard
such
character
roles.
to sort of wrap your head around? Just the fact that she has no conscience. She at one point doesn't she's irritated with someone else who can't be as sort of conniving and cunning as her.
I don't know if it was difficult, but it was fun. it was new. Like I said, it was a lot of
Tabu is an actor
breaking.
now. I don't think it's difficult for you. Yeah, come on, tabs. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
it was
see,
not
that's
no, it was not difficult. I'm saying, but it was fun more than being difficult.
Right.
I did not need to understand her. I did not feel the need to, wrap myself around her to
Right.
understand and all that because she was real. And Sriram's cinema, like I've said, it's not made to manufacture a reaction or a response. So that's why I think it is real because
Yeah.
he deals with his characters and his stories like that, and it's very believable in that world.
Right.
It is bizarre and all of that, but it's real for that world. It's an experience that, like I said, opened up so much for me because Namesake is responsible for Life of Pi because Ang saw Namesake and cast me for Life of Pi. I made an amazing set of friends through the film who are my friends till now. They people who helped me grow and who still keep helping me to grow, and I saw a different world completely with Meera and with the Namesake and with the people I worked with, and the best part is that I still get my royalty from the Namesake. Yeah, every year I get many dollars. So that is, I think, the best, one of the best things. But I mean, even if that wasn't there, it would be, it added so much value. It's a valuable experience.